Markets are down. What to do? Today I will share an advice that I can guarantee will help you. Don't believe me? Well, watch to the end and see for yourself.
I've been getting paid, I've been eating good, I've been putting on some weight. If I got a problem, I just call my brother babe. This is like a warning shot to get up out my face. This is like a warning shot to get up out my way. This is like a warning shot to get up out my lane.
There's carnage in all markets. You're affected, I'm affected. I did not go to 0% exposure to Bitcoin markets or tech stocks, and I probably never will.
I've been sleeping like a baby cause I know my paper's straight. Another day to the grave. I get it cause I got to. I got kids I need to bang.
So what to do? And why am I standing here at the Stockholm Central Station? It's because I will take a very specific action that is perhaps unexpected. And I think you should take it too. I need to share a little backstory first. In November 2021, Bitcoin hit an all-time high, right? There was enormous interest for crypto markets, but in one sense I still struggled. I could just invest for a living, but I want to educate too. And I see from the result that I actually help people. The stories I get back makes me cry sometimes. So I like doing this YouTube thing, but I struggled with my channel. Growth was moderate despite the booming crypto interest, because I guess I didn't do the cheap tricks. Many channels first bought some small cap, then they went on camera and said, this is a gem, it's going to go up. Then it goes up. I also didn't hire 3 script writers, so I could just come into office and read out loud from a teleprompter. For what it's worth, I wanted to share my own thoughts and insights. As a result, I didn't produce as much content as they, I didn't have as clicky titles as they, and as a result, growth was a lot slower than theirs. Don't get me wrong, there are exceptions. There are truly great channels. James of Invest Answers being one example, who puts in a lot of own hard work. But frankly, what I'm saying here is all excuses. You can be a victim or you can be a leader. You don't get to do both. So, am I a man or a mouse, a victim or a leader? Do I come with excuses or do I come with results? And bear with me here, guys. Watch to the end because I will explain how this relates to trading and investing, not only filmmaking or YouTube. But I did one thing right. I traveled to Helsinki and met with legendary YouTuber Haapoja in this video here. But isn't there 2 of them?
Anders! I walked totally past you.
Yeah, they walked past each other.
My friend, Mr. C2R LARSSON.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
He is the man. He is the man of all men.
Gonna take him around, teach him everything.
It's like a royalty place?
This is the Stockholm City Hall.
Ah.
So this is where the Nobel Prize dinner is held.
This is the insider exclusive.
Backlit, should be backlit, right?
That was a test, I was testing you.
Yeah. Today is a big and happy day for me, because today is the first time that someone traveled to visit me as a creator. In my previous life, with so many people coming to travel to meet me for meetings and discussions, but today is the first time ever anyone traveled to meet me as a creator. It's Teppo Haapoja.
It's an honor to meet you. I would travel anywhere to come hang out with you. I'm the Canadian-Finnish hybrid YouTuber.
The Nobel Prize dinner is held. We haven't won any yet, but you know, it's not game over yet.
Maybe this is your year.
Maybe.
Tip number 1 when you're a filmmaker, wear skinny jeans so that you can just hop over anything. My wife always says, aren't you uncomfortable these pants? I said, no, these are like yoga pants. They're so stretchy. Anders, have you considered doing like a modeling career? Because you look pretty good in the video.
Yeah, if this finance and Bitcoin doesn't work out, you know, that's
modeling.
Always OnlyFans career, maybe. And there is no ticket on the car.
Success. Favor is on our side.
Alright, so we're taking Teppo to a very Swedish restaurant here.
This is great. Get to get the cultural experience.
Thank you.
It's like you put our children down at the chair. It's like we're living the, you know, vlogging, influencer lifestyle, filming the food. A little bit of pepper only. Don't tell the chef. Now I can only focus on just the content. So it's been really nice as a content creator that it's like 100% make good videos. That's all I do. Don't have to worry about the finances. Because I'm learning from you.
It seems easy. It is not easy to look in the camera naturally. Or what would you say? Do you feel comfortable?
Oh, definitely not. And my brother and I were one time in Washington, D.C., and people are just like staring at me, and I was like, this is so awkward. I can't do this. And I was just like freaking out.
It's difficult, guys. It's much harder than it seems. I'm not so good at holding the camera, but we talked a little on the lunch that investing is a skill. It's not something that you're born with. And I think the key moment is when you realize that if I buy, there is someone else selling. And if I sell, there's someone else buying. And why are they doing that? And who is that? Money is very unfairly distributed. If I'm selling now, there's good chances that the person buying has a lot more money. You realize then suddenly that this is a game where you play against someone. You're playing against professionals. So you're walking out trying to play football against FC Barcelona. If you do that without any education and you have never practiced and you just felt that, yeah, but I kicked some ball in primary school, there should be no problem. What happens is that you don't get to touch the ball. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's over. And you're like, what happened here? Could work briefly, but it's not going to work over time. It's a skill like a YouTuber.
Ender, what is the goal or what's the dream? Like, what would you hope 10 years, 20 years, what are you going to like achieve, or what's your like, this is what I want to do? This is the YouTube life.
I really like this feeling of educating and adding value to people. Bring something back that is hard to touch. So I want to do this more. I have a very clear target. I'm not here to play small. I want to be the biggest financial education channel.
That's right.
That's a clear target. Not here to play number 2. No one ever got really rich by following other people's advice. You can use it as inspiration, as education, but you also need to build your own skill set.
Oh man, you're legit. You have better sound system than I do. I just have the microphone and the camera. You're inspiring me to up my game, Anders. The apprentice is becoming the sensei. Can I put my feet up here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've learned all my filmmaking skills from
The Haapoja brothers.
Haapoja brothers, yeah.
I feel honored.
And it's the truth. It's the truth. And you asked me before what I enjoy the most. And of course, I love this technology. I love investing and so on. But I also like making the videos.
Yeah.
I truly, truly enjoy it. I do it even though that I think most of the audience, they don't care. At least that was right in the comments. Just give us the content, tell us the coins, give us the charts.
But that's what they think. But actually, they do want it. It's gotta, when you're like a leader, as a leader, you kind of need to know what the people need. And I feel like if you were just a boring guy just talking, you'd be the same as everyone else. But because you're funny and you bring your personality into it, they get not only the education but also the entertainment. And I think that's the key to like YouTube channels, where it's like not only is it you're learning, but also you enjoy learning, because the normal school, no one pays attention at school, but they watch YouTube channels. Why?
Right.
Because it's entertaining and it's educational at the same time.
Oh, but that's very interesting, because when I made my first videos, I put a lot of production effort. I spent maybe a week making my 5-minute video. Of course, I was less experienced, it took more time, but I spent 2 weeks doing my 5 or 7 minute video. But what I've seen the other channels do, and what it seems works with the algorithm, is just to sit and talk the coin, film on the phone, something, just tell the content.
Even filming with the phone is interesting, because even though the quality is more like not as good, a lot of times it feels more authentic then. The moment you pull out a phone and talk to it, rather than this really professional looking DSLR,
At the same time, I enjoy making the videos. I like it. I like it when it came. Oh, that came out really nice. I really enjoyed this one, and kind of the story or something. I enjoy it, and I spend maybe a disproportionate amount of time and effort on that, like one clip, and I calibrate it.
And making music videos.
Yeah,
that's probably one of my favorite songs. Like you're making you do music. You can sing, rap, and make videos.
Exactly.
And you know about like finance.
And the funny thing is that when I went to school, I had an easy time learning. But the one thing that I always sucked on, that was like the art. I can't draw a straight line. I can't draw anything. It looked like garbage when I tried to do anything art. It's just not for me. All the other subjects I came so easy to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here doing art, right?
Hey.
And then how did I end
Yeah.
up in this situation? But I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Same thing as me. When I was a kid, I was supposed to go to a play, like for their church on a Sunday, and I was so nervous about the play. My role was to be the shepherd, and I puked in the car. And now I'm in making videos and talking in front of audiences, and it's like, is this the same person? I used to be so shy and like feel sick to my stomach to talk in front of people, and now it's like, oh, it's totally normal, you know. So
it's surprisingly difficult to talk to the camera.
It is. It's not an easy skill to learn.
It seems easy, but it is surprisingly difficult to talk naturally to the camera.
It's a skill to learn.
It is a skill to
Unless you're like a good actor or like a performer.
Yeah.
Someone like Peter McKinnon, I think it's more natural for him. But for guys like us, we just have to learn.
It's practice. It's a learnable skill, though. That is clear.
Yeah, I think that's like the theme of the day. Everything's a learnable skill.
Because I look back on my first videos now, and it was so awkward. It's so clear how...
I think that's the story of every YouTuber.
Yeah.
It's always so awkward.
I was so nervous and awkward. Even though I've done so much public speaking, I was still so nervous for some reason. Even though, I mean, you can just record again. There's no reason to be feeling awkward, but it did. Yeah.
But isn't that a nice feeling? Like, that's a good sign that when you watch your first video, if you notice that it was awkward, that means you've gone better. So that's progression.
Yeah.
So I like that through YouTube even, you kind of like document your growth and progression, because you can look back and be like, man, I sucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And most likely we think the same thing in 5 years from now, we're gonna be like, man, I sucked. And hopefully it never stops.
Yeah. I think I watched all your videos.
I'm honored.
You always learn something. You switched from Premiere Pro to Final Cut, and I like, oh, then I have to switch.
Maybe when the market's going down, now's the time to learn.
Exactly.
And then when it's going up and it's exciting,
Yeah.
then you're faster.
How my colleagues reacted when that was kind of when the markets were a little down, like 2018, 2019. No one asked about Bitcoin, even though they maybe at that point knew that I was interested in this field with blockchain and so on. No one asked. There was no messages on Facebook, nothing. But then at the peak, like at the literal peak, and it was 60,000, gone from 3,000 to 60,000. Then at the peak, that's when everyone starts sending messages. What do you think about Bitcoin? You think I should buy some Bitcoin? It's like, no, you should have bought it when I, you know, when I...
You're too late already. It's too late.
You know, 2 years ago. It is really like that if even people, very senior people who have so much experience and world life experience, business experience, technology experience. If you don't have any investment experience, you're going to end up buying the top, because that's when you start paying attention, and not when it's actually the buying opportunity, because that's when no one is interested. That's when no one wants to buy.
I think I bought at the top.
Yeah. But the funny
Tesla.
it is an experience that everyone have to go through.
Yeah.
Somehow other people's mistakes are not good enough.
That's true.
In many fields, and this is one of them. You have to do some mistakes.
Yeah.
Only then you realize that, oh, maybe this wasn't that trivial, that you just wing it. That's when you start learning, that's when the learning journey starts. It starts with some mistakes. Only then you're motivated to learn. What's your advice for me in terms of YouTube, filmmaking?
The advice is just don't stop. So many YouTubers or people, they just quit at some point. And I always say that the future belongs to those who stick around.
Yeah.
So if you just keep going, you keep sticking around, whether the views are going well or not. A lot of people, they start panicking when the views are going down. So I think like the same with your learning. You just stay hungry to learn and grow, and all of a sudden you look back from when you started as a YouTuber, your filmmaking skills probably sucked.
Yeah.
Now by practicing and filming, you're getting better. And most likely you just keep getting better because you're doing it rather than just waiting to do it. And I think that's a lot of the problem with people who, with any sphere of life, everyone just talks, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
There's like this wall when it comes to just starting and doing it. And so many people are on the other side of the wall and they just talk about it, but they just never start. And you started, so you've already succeeded in a way.
There's this great quote by Robin Sharma, one of my favorite authors, is dream big, start small, and begin now. And there's a lot of power in beginning. I watched almost all videos from this guy. I've learned a lot, but now is the time for the pitch. Why should you follow Teppo Haapoja?
Well, if you're having a bad day, hopefully my channel will put your day upside down in the good way, upside up again. So like I I just want my channel to be a good time. I want people to laugh and smile. And if you're interested in photography, filmmaking, YouTube, this creative space, maybe you'll learn something too.
Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, that's right. Especially when the world can be so miserable.
Exactly.
Me versus my brother even, because like people could say, oh, you're the exact same. And so like for me, that was like, okay, one thing that about me as a person is that I'm very positive, very bubbly, very extroverted, bring people's like day up, but also like to connect with the audience more. And like, so I tried a lot to like comment with the people, this everyday life, this is so exciting. And he's like, what do you mean? This is normal. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, but your normal is exotic to me. So for me, that was a really eye-opening that like, Anders, your life is exotic in Stockholm to someone from Asia or Africa or South America, even North America.
Yes.
Sweden is exotic for them. But for you, it's normal.
Exactly.
So you think, oh, no one cares about my everyday life here in Stockholm. But for someone else watching it from a different country, it's like, this is really cool. Like, I like to see the culture.
Absolutely, I recognize that because I lived in so many countries. So I do see that now that we return to Sweden.
Yeah.
I see it in a different light. I realize that this is actually interesting.
Yeah.
If you see it from another perspective.
Yeah.
We have time pressure because my wife will cook us some nice dinner.
Let me take one Insta story. This isn't like the heart of Stockholm, right on the main street. Most YouTubers are like in some little industrial shack hidden away from the world. This guy, he has a sign outside of his door.
It was a big moment actually. When I hung up that sign, I think I cried that day.
Did a
I
tear
cried
come out?
afterwards, yeah. I made a video about it and I sat here on the steps and I actually cried.
Which is a lot to say from a Swedish Scandinavian person
it
to
is.
say they cried.
We don't cry so often, but I did because it was such a big step for me. I had this career and I left that whole industry to do something else and I start from zero again. But hanging up that sign was big.
Time moves slow. I keep your blood on
My biggest mistake in 2021 is not taking my YouTube craft seriously enough. I need to get out of my perfectionist mentality and I need to practice more. I've led a lot of teams in big tech. Then team members will often say, yeah boss, but do you want it fast or do you want it good? You can't have both. But the truth is that the very reason I'm there is to ask the impossible. From my team and from myself, I'm there to ask what has never been done before. And is literally considered impossible by all the experts in the world. It's only during this wonderful afternoon and evening with Teppo that it struck me. I need to take this mindset and apply it here as well. I will continue making financial education content and share my blockchain tech insights. But this year, I will do it faster, I will do more of it, and I will do it better content. How? Well, I just need to become a little bit better every day. I will also share more of my positivism and the can-do attitude that I always gave my teams in my old job. I've kind of forgotten that. Now I'm bringing it back, like in this video. So the first action I will take is that I will help more people like you. When you add tremendous value to someone, something great always comes back. Call it karma, call it the law of the universe. But I'm telling you, helping others works. So when someone asks, why do you even do this if your process and tools are so great? Well, there you have it. The second action I will take, and this one you can take too. This one, I guarantee, will help you in your trading and investing, is to just become a little bit better investor and trader every day. You can always get better. You probably didn't handle this job perfectly, neither did I, not many people did. But stop sulking about it, you don't have to become perfect today. Just use this learning to improve one step. Become a little bit better today, and a little bit better tomorrow, and the next day. And over a long time, this will compound, just like capital does. Thank you, Teppo, for coming here and inspiring me. And thank you everyone watching now. In this job, I don't have a boss. When I'm doing videos, you are the boss. So thank you, sir and madam, for watching. Please like and subscribe. CTO LARSSON out. Hej då!
time moves slow.